Germany has now introduced laws to allow 14-year-old children to choose their gender, then take the medical steps necessary to change their gender with medicine, hormones, even full top and bottom surgery. This has been making the news in USA and Canada, but now it's really taking a foothold in Europe. For many years, Germany was one of the most unpleasant places in the Western world for transgender people. As recently as 2007, married people had to divorce their spouses before they could formally change their gender. Between 1981 and 2011, about 10,000 people were compelled to submit to gender reassignment operations that rendered them sterile. Under the current transsexual law, which dates back to 1981, gender identity is treated as a medical problem, and it can only be changed on official documents after 2 psychiatric reports. This new legislation is not an official law yet, but it is being discussed and will probably become law pretty soon. As it stands right now, there is very little opposition from any lawmakers. It might be a third-rail situation and everyone is afraid to touch it. It could be political suicide if you choose incorrectly. So no one is choosing anything at all. There are some debates on YouTube and social media, but it's a ghost town in legacy media. This is being brought forward by a few prominent people in the trans, feminist, and anti-discrimination groups in Germany, notably Tessa Ganserer, a Green Party MP from Nuremberg who in 2018 became the first openly transgender politician in any of Germany's legislatures. She claims this law will remove the demeaning process of becoming transgender and will help them keep their dignity. So this new law covers a few specific things. At 14 years old, a person can change their identity in regards to gender. Now this includes school ID, bank cards, driver's licenses, just about everything. They do not need to have parental consent. In fact, the parents don't even need to know about it. There are no provisions to inform the parents at any time before, during, or after any steps in the transition. Also, dead naming would become a crime. That's when you refer to a person as the gender they used to be or a name that they no longer identify as. I really hope they wear name tags because this can be hard to follow. Hope you get one oopsie. If you've called someone Gary for as long as you've known them and now they want to be called Greta, if you make a mistake, I hope the punishment isn't too bad. For an honest mistake. So, in conclusion, who cares? At this point, and where we are in the timeline, I say go for it. If anyone wants to change their gender, fine by me. Tell the parents, don't tell the parents, still fine by me. My body, my choice, right? Let's see how this plays out. It could be one huge social experiment. Now, I certainly don't want anyone telling me what to do with my body, so I would be hypocritical to tell someone else what to do. If you want to change your clothing and become a different gender, great. Good luck with that. I only have 2 requests. 1, don't make me pay for it. We don't pay for nose jobs or breast implants, so gender-changing surgery should fall into the same category. No one will stop you from getting any surgery that a doctor will perform, but don't make someone else pay for it. And that includes any complications or reversals if you change your mind back later. Fundraising, crowdsourcing for the money, perfectly fine, but no coercion. Is that reasonable? And number 2, don't talk to me, ever. I can't take the liability. If you look like a man in a wig to me, and I casually say, hey buddy, can you pass the salt? I don't want to be accused of a hate crime. Just go your own way and leave me alone. I won't bother you. I won't try to change your mind. Just leave me out of it. So I want you to be happy, but not at my expense. If changing your gender does that for you, I don't understand, but I also don't care. I wish you no harm or even any inconvenience. Now, as far as the children are concerned, many people are going to be upset because children are not old enough or mature enough to make these life-changing decisions. Again, it's a little harsh, But I don't care. Not my kids. And if that is the law in Germany, then who am I to say what's right for them? If you have kids and you don't think this is a good idea, then you have 365 days every year to implant values and morals that will make them stay the gender they were born with and grow up to be happy, well-adjusted adults. For the other ones that want to change their gender at age 14 or whatever, it's how they were raised, and that's what the parents want. Therefore, not my problem. So let's see where this is in another 20 years or so. We will eventually find out if it was a good choice for society or not. But at this point, trying to discuss this calmly clearly isn't working, and this might be the best solution where almost everyone gets what they want. Can we agree on these reasonable steps moving forward?